What if I told you that one habit is secretly slowing down your Spanish more than anything else, and almost every Spanish learner does it? Maybe you do it. 2. You hear a Spanish question. Your brain immediately switches back to your native language. You build the sentence there. Then you translate it into Spanish. Then you check the grammar. Then you check it again. By the time you're ready to speak, the conversation has already moved on. If that sounds familiar, this episode could completely change the way you learn Spanish. I'm Lily, and today I'm going to show you how to stop translating and start thinking directly in Spanish. Because once you make this shift, speaking becomes faster, easier, and much more natural. Imagine you're in a cafe in Madrid. The waiter asks, "¿Qué le pongo?" You know exactly what you want to say. You want a coffee with milk. But instead of answering immediately, your brain starts working overtime. First in your language, then in Spanish. That process feels normal, but it's actually creating a delay every single time you speak. The goal is simple. Instead of connecting Spanish words to words in your language, connect Spanish words directly to meaning. Let me show you how. The first thing you should do is start naming things around you in Spanish. When you wake up tomorrow morning, look around your room. La cama, la ventana, la luz. That's it. Don't translate. Just look at the object and think of the Spanish word. This sounds incredibly simple, but it trains your brain to build direct connections. After a few weeks, you'll notice something interesting. When you see your cup, your brain automatically says, "La taza," without translating first. That's the beginning of thinking in Spanish. The second technique is something I use all the time. Talk to yourself. Yes, seriously. When you're walking, cooking, driving, or making coffee, describe what you're doing in Spanish. Estoy caminando, tengo hambre, has buen día. Keep it simple. Nobody is judging you. Nobody is grading you. You're just training your brain to produce Spanish without relying on translation. The more often you do this, the faster your Spanish becomes. Now, here's a mistake many learners make whenever they learn a new word. They immediately write the translation beside it. It feels helpful, but it creates dependence. Instead, connect the word to a picture, a feeling, or a real example. Let's say you learn the word agotado. Don't focus on the translation. Picture yourself after a long day of work, lying on the couch with no energy left. Create a sentence. Después de trabajar todo el día, me siento agotado. Now the word has meaning, emotion, and context. Your brain remembers it much more easily. Another powerful strategy is to bring Spanish into your daily life. Most learners only use Spanish during study time. That's a mistake. Channel your phone language to Spanish. Watch Spanish videos with Spanish subtitles. Listen to Spanish podcasts while walking or exercising. You don't need to understand everything. Your goal is exposure. The more Spanish becomes part of your everyday environment, the less foreign it feels, and eventually, your brain stops treating it as something you study and starts treating it as something you use. Now let's talk about what happens when you get stuck. Because everyone gets stuck, even advanced speakers. You forget a word. Your mind goes blank. You panic. Here's the solution. Don't stop speaking. Describe the word instead. Imagine you forget the word paraguas. Instead of freezing, say, That thing you use when it rains and you hold above your head. Maybe it's not perfect, but communication continues. And that's what matters. Real fluency isn't knowing every word. Real fluency is finding a way to express yourself even when words are missing. Before we finish, I want to give you one challenge every day. Talk in Spanish for 1 minute, just 1 minute. Choose a simple topic. What did you eat today? How was your morning? What are your plans for tomorrow? Don't write anything down. Don't prepare. Just speak. At first, it might feel difficult. That's normal. But after a few weeks, you'll notice your brain working faster and faster in Spanish. And that's exactly what we want. So if you remember only one thing from today's episode, remember this. Stop translating, start thinking, because the moment you stop treating Spanish as a puzzle to solve and start using it as a tool for communication, everything changes. Speaking becomes easier, conversations be smoother, and Spanish finally starts feeling natural. I'm Lily, and thanks for spending a few minutes with me today. Before you go, tell me in the comments, what is the hardest situation for you in Spanish? Ordering food? Meeting new people? Making small talk? I'd love to know. And if you enjoyed this episode, subscribe to Speak Spanish with Ben and Lily for more simple, practical Spanish every week. Until next time, keep listening, keep speaking, and keep thinking in Spanish. Hasta la próxima.